Sonder. The realization that each random passerby is living a life as vivid and complex as your own. My name is Phoenix. I'm a filmmaker from Central Texas, and I've been fortunate to travel the world and meet many amazing humans along the way. In this series, I plan to tell the stories of some of these people. In a world where humans are growing further and further apart, I hope these stories shed some light and introduce you to someone you may have never known about. This is Sonder Stories. The first 3 episodes of Sonder Stories will follow 3 different creatives as they tell their experience with the coronavirus pandemic. Episode 1 will follow Eamon Sylvester. Eamon is one of my favorite human beings in the entire world. He instantly brings energy into any room he walks in, which is perfect for his job as a DJ.
Yeah, count me in. Check 1, 2. My name is Eamon Sylvester, also known as DJ Sly. I live in Southern California, and I'm a professional DJ. As a DJ, there's a lot of different aspects to that. For me, it's more of a mobile craft. I can perform and entertain with music at functions like events like weddings, corporate events, charitable events, a lot of things that require me going to you, setting up a sound system, a PA system, and then putting on a performance based on to whatever the event needs. I started realizing that this is gonna affect, primarily DJs, because what we do requires people gathered. And so as soon as I heard what they were doing in the other countries that had the pandemic spread at its heights, no more than 50 people. And I thought, man, if that ever comes here, that's gonna really limit the scope of anything that I can do big time.
The World Health Organization just declared this a global health emergency. For Americans who are watching this, how serious is this?
There have now been over 10 million reported cases of coronavirus worldwide, and more than 500,000 people worldwide have lost their lives.
Wear a mask.
Coronavirus.
The coronavirus.
As coronavirus.
We all have a lot of time on our hands, and my creative energy as a DJ has always come from just the fun and the passion of connecting music to people. And I've had to really rethink what that looks like. Right now, as a creative, as all of creatives are, I think we're having to redefine our business. And what I mean by that is we're having to look deep within our brand, within our personality, the connection that we have to it, and ask ourselves, how can we redefine, pivot, and maybe not change up what we're doing, but change how we're doing it. Maybe for some of us, it's figuring out a way to do our business remotely, as from a very basic standpoint. Maybe you add something to your business, whether it's educational, maybe it's providing content for helping others or showing a side of yourself that you may have not wanted to share with others, and letting people really see what it is that drives you to do what you do. And there's a lot of different ways you can do this, but the time now, hopefully, we'll probably never have a time like this again. And so really trying to make the best of it with redefining what it is that you do, how you do it, and then, it sounds cliche, but why you do it. I feel like it's a blessing to have this craft. Like, I can still DJ. It may not be as professional in a crowd and, for work, but it all started in a bedroom, in a garage 10 years ago. And the irony is that right now it feels like it's returned to my roots. And so it's been a blessing to be able to almost go back to practice and kind of refine and relearn some very basic fundamental things that not necessarily got lost, but just didn't get the attention like I did when I first started. For me to have that is special, and I can only imagine anybody else that's in a creative lane that has this time, especially if they rely on that craft to live. It's a great opportunity to really revisit some things that maybe because of the nature of our business get lost when you depend on it for income.
Back in April of 2020, none of us knew how long the pandemic would last. And 9 months later, that's still the question on everyone's mind.
Well, how long is this going to happen? And I think that's been the hardest part from an emotional standpoint is, at what point can we go back to the normal, but really what does normal even look like after this is over?
Wow. It's crazy because when we sat down and talked, since then, so much has changed, but yet the pandemic hasn't changed, which is crazy that we would even get to that point. To start, the last 9 months have been, if nothing else, a deep dive into the creative deep end of the pool. I mean, I've had so much practice as I see that guy, 9 months ago talking, hoping that he would do just that. It came to fruition, and I've had a chance to really revisit some things, and it's been great. Work has continued, but in a completely new fashion. I mean, there is a whole new market of opportunity, remote entertaining, remote DJing, event hosting. Funny thing, I had never had a Zoom call before 2020. Now, I can earn and have fun, DJing and hosting events. I've done about 8 or 9 of them. It's kept me going, learning new ways to get this craft out into the world. And that's been really cool. This time has definitely made me revisit and think about why I choose to do this. And in a lot of ways, I feel like I'm the best DJ that I've ever been right now. And while it's challenging trying to navigate, the next steps of when the next event is going to be and how it's going to be, that's, stressful for not only me, but for everybody. I think what's really cool is that whatever does come is going to get some of my best work. And I'm really stoked about that.
Although this video is coming to an end, Eamon's journey is not. And I know he will continue to do his best to adapt his craft and make it through these troubling times.